Good evening, everyone. This is Pradeep Mal, Ambassador of Change from Getty, the Global Education and Training Institute of Lucknow. And right now, you're on our disruptive education platform provided to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi. And on this platform, we have met with and interacted with more than 1,600 educators from India and all over the world. And this evening, we have for you Mrs. Sheila M. Cancino. She's a certified public accountant and international coach, federation coach, Forest International, and the Treasures Finder from Hong Kong. Welcome, ma'am. She enjoys watching movies and helps her clients transform from pawns to queens by uncovering their hidden treasures. She is an associate member of the International Coaching Federation. She is a multiple award-winning speaker at Toastmasters International, a member of the Virtual Speakers Association International, and Asia Professional Speakers Singapore. Sheila has worked in 6 countries around the world, run scholarship foundations that help underprivileged children, a very noble cause, and enjoys helping adults discover their life purpose. She's also a veteran chess Olympiad player and the author of the book Pawn to Queen, Life's Chess and Quest. She's also fond of watching movies. She'll be speaking to us today on Pawn to Queen, Students, Chess and Quest. So, good evening, ma'am. Thank you for being with us. And over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Pradeep Mo. Hello, everyone. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in part of the world. Thank you so much for that introduction. So, as Sir Mo said, I am here to share with you my students' chess and quest, the Pawn to Queen. I am now in Hong Kong, but I'm originally from the Philippines. All right, let's do it. So when I was growing up in the Philippines, my self-esteem was so low. This is me. I always compared myself to my 2 brilliant sisters. When I look at them, I always say they are so beautiful, they are intelligent, they are talented. Each time that there's a skit at school, they were always selected to play the lead role. And I was always selected to prepare the props for the lead role. They were always best in class. Valedictorians, they were valedictorians. As for me, I was also always best in class. Attendance. And they are good at writing for our school newspaper. As for me, how can I when all my writing assignments were done by them? So I accepted it that I am an average student and I cannot be like them. And as any other kid, I also had a dream. I told myself that I would like to become a public school teacher like my parents. When I was in high school, I shared this with my best friend who said, Sheila, don't become a public school teacher because you will not earn a lot of money as a public school teacher in the Philippines. What you can do is you can become a certified public accountant and earn a lot of money. So I followed my best friend's advice. I became a certified public accountant. And then my first job was an auditor in a family-owned auditing company, and then became an accountant for 3 companies. So after I was in the Philippines at that time, and I told myself that I'm okay to stay in the Philippines, and my dream back then was to become a professor, an accounting professor, so that I could produce more certified public accountants. And then at the same time, I also wanted to become a servant in community, servant leader in community. So that was my dream. But then it didn't happen because I got a job in Bermuda as a fund accountant. I spent 2 years there, then moved to the US for 1 year. After US, I moved to Hong Kong, moved to India, to Manila again, to Singapore, and now I am back in Hong Kong. Because I was earning a lot of money compared to my salary when I was still in the Philippines, I set up a scholarship foundation. So that is called 4S. The 4S are share, a secret, spread, success. So that's the scholarship foundation. And get things too good. When things get too good, you wonder what is really my life's purpose. That's what I was thinking about then. Is this really my reason why I am here on earth? To be a fund accountant, to become vice president, and then the move up to the ladder. Was that really my purpose? And one day I woke up, no, this is not what I want. So I set up a company in Hong Kong. It's a coaching, training, and keynote speaking business in 2020. Thinking it was so easy to set up a business and earn as much as I was earning when I was in financial services. But it turned out to be, nope, it's not easy. So I became a chess teacher. Luckily, I am good at chess. I am a chess Olympian player. So chess is a piece of cake for me. I became a chess teacher, and honestly, my income, my monthly income when I was a chess teacher was not even 10% of my income when I was still in financial services. So it's not good. That's why I joined a company again as a full-time employee. But one thing good that came out of that experience, I dreamt of setting up a scholarship foundation in Hong Kong. Because when I was teaching wealthy students, I realized, no, I thought about the students that I am helping in the Philippines. So if the wealthy students could pay extra money for tutor, like chess, English, or other extracurricular activities, who are taking care of the underprivileged students. So because I became a chess teacher, I had this inspiration to set up a scholarship foundation in Hong Kong. Okay? And as I've said, it's not easy. I couldn't pay my rent. My income was not enough to pay for my rent, so I joined an executive coaching and transformation consultancy firm in Hong Kong last year. So today is my 11th month. But then, even if I have a full-time job, I still do things that I love. So public speaking, I am still active in Toastmasters. I am passionate about helping and serving the community in Hong Kong, also in the Philippines. And then I recently picked up coaching again. And I'm so happy because it's different when you give keynote speeches or deliver workshop training, because coaching is different. It goes deeper. So I recently picked that up, and then I'm passionate about writing. Remember, I couldn't write when I was a kid, but now I am a writer. I published a book. I learned script writing. I wrote lyrics, maybe more than 5 lyrics. Yes, so you can see that it is a pawn to queen transformation. As I've said, when I was growing up, I felt like a small pawn. My self-esteem was so low, and then now from time to time I still feel sometimes low, but I can say that I became a queen. From a pawn, I became a queen. And one main reason to that is because there's a platform. There's a platform for me to discover my treasures, to discover my gifts. So when I was a kid, I told my mother that I was crying, and I told her that do I really belong? I asked her, do I really belong to our family? Why am I not like my sisters? Why am I not intelligent, beautiful, and talented? And then my mother said, Sheila, everyone has a gift, and you also have a gift. One day you will discover your gift. So it took me years before I realized my gift, and I am grateful for Toastmasters. I'm grateful to Toastmasters community because there's a platform where I discovered my gift. I'm also grateful to the community, because I was active when I was a kid. I was active in our church as a youth leader, also when I was a kid and then teenager. So there's a community, there's a platform to discover the treasures and also hone the skills. So it's not enough that we discover the treasures, must be honed, must be practiced. Okay? So that's what we are doing in our organization. So again, for a share a secret, spread success. We have a platform for the youths to discover their treasures, discover their gifts, and then these are the activities that we have. So this is called a PALSC, so Proud Akong Lumaki sa Capri. So in English, I'm proud that I grew up in this community because it's a poor community, and it's usual that students don't even go to college because we're poor. So I grew up in that poor community. But here, what we're doing is we are recognizing the students who finished their university, their college, and we recognize them, also their parents. It's our way of praising them, recognizing them, but at the same time, we are also telling others that are in the same situation that if she can do this, you can also do it. So it doesn't matter whether you're poor, whether you don't have enough money, because they have the same situation as yours, but they managed to graduate, so you can do it as well. So this is ninth year. Because of the pandemic, we stopped for a few years, but we're hoping to resume it again in the near future. So that's one of the activities. The other activity that we have is mass feeding in the Kaisang Nayon Elementary School. So I graduated from this school when I spent here from kinder to grade 6. So what we do here, we invite the alumni to go back to school and give food, give snacks to the students. And at the same time, they will also give speeches. So here, you might think that we're only feeding the stomach of the children. We only give food so that they can eat. No, it's not like that. It's only a side effect. But the real intention is to inspire the students that if this brother, sister, we call it ate, kuya, if they are now returning to this school, a successful one, because they can finance snacks. So indirectly, we are also planting a seed of inspiration to them. So again, it doesn't matter whether you're born poor, it doesn't matter whether you don't have food, you don't have good school supplies, you can still graduate because like the alumni, like Ate and Kuya, you can also do it. So it's the same. It's the same idea as what we're doing in the previous activity. Here, the only difference is we started young. We started to, this one, our elementary students. In PALSC, the previous activity, they are teenagers. Again, but it's the same, planting seed of inspiration. Okay, and then this one, another activity, itaas kaalaman. So itaas, increase knowledge. We started this in 2014. We officially launched the Scholarship Foundation in the Philippines in 2010, but I started supporting underprivileged students in 2008, launched 2010. So 4 years, we produced our first group of graduates. And what we realized, my friends and I realized that they couldn't find jobs easily. And we were wondering why, how come, but how about me? Like we're comparing them to ourselves. That when after we got our diploma, we were able to find jobs easily, but these students no. And what we realized is we help them financially, but then we lift no we somehow you help them financially, and then they are not seeing the suffering of their parents. Because the reason why I studied hard, why I got a job, even if I didn't like the job, even if the job was not paying me well, I took the job because I wanted to help my mom, the widowed mom. So because we help them financially, they don't have that obligation, or they for me, that's my opinion, they don't have that responsibility to pay back to their parents immediately. But that's only my opinion. So what we did since 2014, it's like a TEDx event. So we have a few speakers giving them inspiration. They are returning doctors, returning businessmen, professors, the successful individual who also grew up in our poor community. So here we are planting seeds of inspiration. Yes, seeds of inspiration, and at the same time, we are also equipping them with tools. Because money is not enough. You give them money, but if there's no inspiration, no. Then you give them inspiration, you give them money, then no. But if you give them the tool, the money, and then inspiration, there's a better chance, a higher chance that they will be successful. And that's what we saw. So that is itaas kaalaman. And then, yeah, so as Sir Mol said, I am a chess Olympian player. And so we have also activities for our community. We teach chess. We also have tournaments, and my speeches are most of my speeches are referring to chess. Public speaking, as I've said, I was born shy. My self-esteem was so low, and I discovered my gifts in Toastmasters and through public speaking. So now what I do is I share that with others. So I teach kids, I teach teenagers public speaking. We also have other activities. So like this, stories and songs. So we told the stories about the lyrics we wrote. During the peak of the pandemic, we organized this event, Speak for a Cause. We invited my friends to deliver a speech, and then at the same time they gave me $10. I collected the money, and then we bought a few tablets for the underprivileged students in the Philippines. We managed to get 3 to 5, 3 initially, 3 tablets, and then one donor donated after a few months, so 5 tablets in total. And then this one, jamming for awareness. So these are my cousins, my friends here, jamming for awareness, meaning you don't need to become someone. You don't need to become a doctor. You don't need to become a professor. You don't need to become a lawyer. You don't need to become to be a rich person. You don't need to be wealthy to help. Like what in situation that you are now in, you can help others. So that is jamming for awareness is all about. And then remember, it was my dream 2020 when I was teaching chess to set up a scholarship foundation here in Hong Kong. And the vision is opportunities for underprivileged students around the world. So it's in Hong Kong, but the reach is global. So mission, how we do it, scholarship, of course. Free extracurricular activities. So activities like chess, music, public speaking, storytelling, English, and regular workshops for all the schools, public schools, mentorship program, and what's the other one? Also to support the other scholarship foundations in other cities. So that's the vision and mission of Forest International. And thankfully, this one, we set up the foundation early this year. So that's now set up. Another thing that I discovered, so in the several minutes, I shared with you the Pawn to Queen transformation. My Pawn to Queen transformation platform is very important. Platform to discover the gifts, platform to practice and apply the skills. Another thing that I discovered is pattern. So as I shared, in my previous life, I was a fund accountant. I'm good at numbers and I'm also good in patterns, detecting patterns. That's also the skill you learn when you play chess. So what I discovered when I was growing up, because my mom, she has 13 siblings, 1-3. And she's the only one who graduated or finished college. Since she finished college, she did her best to send us all of 5 for children. So if I have 4 siblings, we all finished our college universities. For others, what I see in the community, in our community, and also in our clan, that if the eldest didn't finish studying, it will be domino. It will be the same. The other siblings will not finish studies. They will get married early, and then it will be the same pattern, repetition. But then if one will finish study, then that one can support the next sibling, and then if they will have their own family, it will be same, so like they will also support their children to finish study. So pattern. So what we are doing is we are breaking the pattern. So for us, we believe that if we can help, like in a poor family, if we can help one to study, so if they have 6, 7, or 9 siblings in the family, if we can help one, then that one can help others. So after we help our relatives, we help the neighborhood, and then community, and now we're hoping that it will be global. So it's a dream that hopefully will come true one day. So pattern, again, a platform, now pattern. And then here, what we are doing, what we my goal is to share this message with others, to tell everyone that you have a gift. Like when my mother told me that I have a gift, I couldn't believe it that I have a gift. It took me years before I realized that I have a gift. I'm also telling you that you have a gift, and one day you will realize it. What we're doing is we're bringing the future to the community, the future them. So for example, these these are the successful individuals who grew up as well in our poor community. So we're bringing them to our community, sharing their struggles and successes, right? So the listeners will see themselves, oh, if they manage to become successful, even if they grew up in this poor community, I can do it as well. So we're bringing their future. If they want to become a teacher, businessman, policeman, professor, nurse, so we brought them to the community. So that is one. And then the other one is we bring them. One, we bring the future to them. The other way is we bring them to the future. So here, Disneyland, you see this. This is my family, nephews and nieces, and they are now, I think, teenagers. Yeah, so they are now big, and I didn't. I realized that I'm realizing that because they saw other countries other than the Philippines, they have this dream to work abroad, to study abroad, because they saw that their potential future. Okay? And this one, the photo with Christmas tree. So as I've said, I grew up in a poor community, and when I worked abroad, I earned a lot. So we were able to buy a 3-story place in the South. So I brought my friends there, not to say that we're now rich. No, not that. But the intention is I'd like them to see that you can also buy a house like this. Like you, we were also poor. We were also living in that community, but we were able to buy this house, so you can also do it. And true enough, my cousin, she has many house and lots, like more than many properties. So yeah, so it's see, bringing them to the future. And then the other one, remember I showed the picture earlier that we started public speaking in our community. So that one, we brought them the public speaking, but then we also tried another approach. This one, so Chazel Joy Crenshaw, she joined. She's based in the Philippines, but our club in Hong Kong, we are hybrid. We brought Chazel to our club in Hong Kong, and she discovered her treasure. She's now an eloquent, confident speaker. Okay? See, again, platform, pattern, and then present. Be a gift. Be a gift to others. You bring them to the future, or bring the future to them. Okay. So, when I was growing up, my self-esteem was so low. I thought I am not intelligent. I thought I am not beautiful like my sisters. I thought I am not beautiful, talented, and intelligent. But I was wrong. My mom was right when she said that I have a gift, and one day I will discover my gift. And now I discovered my gift. So it is my mission to share with others that they also have gifts. So I've been teaching kids, youths, and adults. And this is a good opportunity for me to reach to to others as well, telling you all that you have a gift. So in summary, pawn to queen transformation. 1, we can break the pattern. It doesn't mean you're born poor, you will die poor. It doesn't mean you're not beautiful, you're not talented, you're not intelligent. It will be true forever. No. So you can break the pattern. You need a platform to discover your gifts. And when you discover your gifts, your treasures, I encourage you to share the gift with others. And that is actually the meaning of 4S. Share a secret, spread success. The secret in that share a secret, spread success is giving. Because when you give, you will truly receive. Okay, thank you. Again, you have a gift. When will you unwrap it? Back to you, Sir Pradeep.
Good evening.